What it do? I need to bend my head back, man. There it is. Whoa! Whoa! Yeah! Yes, sir! Hey, my uncle in the hospital, man. About to go drop him off some food. Yes, sir, Ski. Want to drop off my uncle some food, man. He at the hospital. What's good with it? Let boy come out. I'm on it. Hold up, I'm on. Oh, don't you feel good? Don't you feel good? Don't you feel good? Wow. Whoa. How y'all doing today, man? I'm feeling fine. You know, here come up, brother. The devil thought he had me. Dang, don't smell good no more. Take it down. And it there. Man, look. The promises of God will come to pass. The promises of God will come to pass. Y'all gonna rock with me? I gotta go in the grocery store. Y'all wanna go in the grocery store with me? It's up to y'all. Y'all wanna go in the grocery store with me? Man, look, the promises of God will come to pass. I feel like encouraging folks. Head up on. Is that all right with y'all? That's what I feel like doing. You know what I mean? Can I encourage? Can I do my thing, man? Can I do my thing? Wear that mug like that. Love from Hawaii. Hey, what can I say? You're welcome. You feel me? Man, look, Father, you get the honor. Hey. You get the honor and glory, Jesus. I'm going to tell you something. Keep it real. Today didn't start off such a good day. Today didn't start off such a good day. Ain't nothing particularly happy, you know. Ain't nothing necessarily happy. You ever just, I done said this before, but you just woke up and you just didn't want to be bothered. You just don't want to be bothered. Even though ain't even nothing happened. You just don't, well, you got, you know, man, but you know something? God made a promise to me. And you know, he made a promise to you. When I was driving, see, I just got a boost of energy because, like, I was sitting here talking to the Lord, right? I was like, man, God, you know, trusting you is a real hard thing to do. I said, man, I was like, God, you know, we don't be wanting to trust God sometimes, because it seems like the more you trust, the more your faith builds, the more you have to endure. Listen, if you don't know about faith, the more faith you have, see, people, it works like this. Now, faith makes the Lord move. Yes, it does, because it said the only thing that moves God is faith. At the same time, you get more faith by going through more trials. That's why having faith is a scary thing, because it's not just added to you because you prayed. It's added to you by trials. It's added Oh, y'all don't hear me? Somebody will call me. Hold on. All right. Can y'all hear me? Well, all right, look. Yeah, all right. Look, let me tell y'all before I go, let me tell y'all what happened. I was sitting at my mama's house, right? And the dude just shot past the truck. He shot past the truck and walked right into my mama's house. I don't even know the dude. Dude walked from the road and walked right into my mama's house. I got out the truck and I followed him in the house. I said, hey, what you doing in here, boy? He said, oh, man, I'm sorry, man. I just come to meet a girl, man. She sent me this address, man. Like, man, I'm sorry. I ain't on nothing, man. I promise I ain't on nothing, man. I ain't. And, you know, my mama, I was on the phone with my mama. My mama was like, call the police. Call the police. I said, mama, I said, chill. I said, let me just see first. You know, I'm looking at the boy up and down. The boy 20-something years old. He said, sir, I ain't on nothing. I promise. I ain't on. His eye was red. He been drinking and whatnot. And I was like, he was like, man, I promise, man. I said, well, go on, man. I said, well, just go ahead. He like, man, thank you, man, thank you. So I bumped his hand because I didn't know if he was lying or not. So he walked in. I said, where you from? He said, I'm from the neighborhood over there. Whatnot. I said, all right. So he walked off. Then, you know, as he walked down the neighborhood, he wasn't trying to run. So I was like, he must be telling the truth. My mama was like, call the police. I said, mama, just wait a minute. So come to find out, my brother knew the fella, but he was looking for a girl. He was on next door, the girl next door. But his phone was off, and he ain't had no Wi-Fi. He said, man, I ain't got no Wi-Fi, man. I said, why she give you our address for? He said, man, I don't know. So that just happened. But anyway, come to find out, my brother knew the dude, and he let the dude go. But I was like, man, you gonna call the police? And so anyway, what I want to say to y'all is this. Today was, you ever been in a position where the pressures of life, y'all know the pressures of life is all around you, right? Man, for me, this been an ongoing thing for a long time. And so right now my body is like brick. I mean, I'm just gonna be honest, my mentality is hardened. It's not hardened against God. Now, it be, you know, sometimes I throw my position, God dog, I need to talk, petition to the Lord, and it gets kind of frustrating. So today was like, I was like, God, man, this having this trust and faith thing in you, God. I'm like, man, you know, I'm like, this is hard. I'm like, this is so hard. I'm like, why is it so hard? Like, why is it so hard? Like, everything, it seems like every day is so hard. It seems like the trials never end. It's like every day there's something you gotta deal with. They might not be for everybody, but for me, it's like every day there's something that I have to endure. Every day there's a trial that I have to go through. Every day there's a trial that I have to go through and pass every single day. And I'm like, Lord, why is it like this? Like, this is too much. And I'm like, trusting and waiting on you is crazy. So, but he told me, as I was driving, I had a little attitude. He said, Mac, he said, I'm going to fulfill my promise to you. And then my countenance got brightened. And that's when I jumped on live. So I want to tell y'all that. Can y'all see me? Can y'all see me? Can y'all hear me? I need to know if y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear me? Okay. So I want to tell you something. Each one of y'all individually, God got something for you individually. I did a video yesterday, but I was not really feeling it. I was tired, so I deleted it. And I didn't really have the energy. Now, I want to say to you that the Lord going to keep his promise to you. You've been trying for a long time. Some people probably already done seen the promises fulfilled. And you know, you done already seen some of the promises come to pass, and God bless you. But for those who waiting on God to fulfill his promise to you, man, he gonna come through. But I'm telling you now, it's gonna take, you've been obedient. You've been obedient, but it's gonna be like I'm telling you, I'm just telling you. I know I'm saying it for myself as well. There's gonna be a trial, a last trial. You're gonna see it. But don't be afraid, because it's almost like the last obedience you need to show. Because it's not that he trusts us as human. He trusts the God. He trusts him that he sees in you. He trusts that you're obedient to him. That's why those who are obedient and go through so much crap, that go through so much, you know, being the tail, y'all get so much, because y'all will go through anything to obey God. And when you a person like that, you get the most. And it's not about getting the most, but that just come with it. That just come with it. You get blessed the most, because you go through things that shame you, things that don't look good, things that don't feel good. Other people, you know, it does. And I'm telling you, he gonna fulfill that promise to you. He gonna fulfill it. Whether it's a house, whether it's a business, whether it's sickness and your health, whether, you know, you're praying for whatever it may be, he gonna keep his promise. It's been hard, but I'm telling you, it's a release is coming to people now. Like right now, it's a group of people that this release is coming to you now, and this release gonna cause you relief, and it's gonna cause you to rest, because you have not been resting spiritually, you have not been resting physically, you have not been resting mentally, and you are gonna get. Can somebody put my cash app out there? Thank you. What's your name? Well, thank you. Bless you. Thank you so much. Somebody, can y'all put the young lady asking for that? Thank y'all. So, you go through the trials. You go through the ups and ugly, but just like how he just spoke to me and said, I'm gonna fulfill my promise, because today was a real bad and ugly day, and it ain't even got nothing to do with nobody. It's because it seemed like he takes a long time to come through with things, and people don't realize. But I promise you, you will be the one that gonna be the head and not the tail. You gonna be the one that gonna be above and not beneath, because you don't went through stuff that other folks will not allow to happen to them. Some people go through some stuff and like, nah, this ain't gonna be me. I ain't. And you was like, man, you recognize it was God's hand, so you let God do it. Well, I guess nobody put it out there. Well, my cash app is $MACPRAYZE. Thank you. $MACPRAYZE. Appreciate it. $MACPRAYZE. MACPRAYZE. Thank you. I asked somebody to do it. Then nobody want to do it. But that's what's for you. That's your portion. The Lord gonna come through. Man, look, you just stick it, man. Just stay with it. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Can anyone out there say, like, every day you have to deal with somebody, like deal with a child, or deal with a job, or deal with a vehicle, or deal with something, and it's like every day seems like to hit you in the face. God is making you so strong. God is making you so, and thank you. God is making you strong. Man, we weak, bro. We weak, but you making you strong, because you are the head. Listen, this one thing about a head. When you ever shot a gun, the head of the bullet is solid iron. The head of the bullet is solid iron. Why? To pierce whatever it's trying to hit. You know? That's a good analogy. Man, the head of a spear is solid, or like a bow and arrow, it's iron. It has to go through something in order to trying to basically fulfill. I want to say fulfill what its purpose. Its purpose is, if you're a hunter, you know, you trying to kill this deer to get some food, or you trying to shoot this enemy because he coming after you. So the head has to be tough. The head has to be strong. The head has to be solid. The head has to be, but think about it. The head is all this, but the whole bullet is your body. You can't, everything, you got to have the powder. You got your outside armor got to be strong. Why? Your inside, they got to be explosive. God putting the Holy Spirit in. God put the dreams into the inside is what's gonna make you whoo, because what God put inside of you, just like a bullet. But he made the outer side of you hard, just like a bullet. I'm telling you, just like a bullet. But you gonna make it. God gonna fulfill his promise. Because he's just spoke to me. He told me to. Because, bro, I was like, it's like, Lord, I was thinking about Abraham. I'm like, man, I know Abraham. Abraham was 100 years old, talking about having some kids. Now, he had Ishmael. But think about it, bro. 100 years old. Man, why you think Sarah laughed for? Sarah laughed, man, I'm 90 years old. I really can't do nothing. Boy, I bet one night they were probably outside drinking some wine. He was like, girl, I don't know what's going on. But come here, girl. She must have got on up. I bet he grabbed her by the wrinkles and said, girl, come on in that tent. Oh, you feel me? And they had a baby. You feel me? God gave him a baby. And shoot, Abraham probably made her feel like she was 35. Well, she probably woke up next morning like, huh, you feel me? But that God gonna come through. So, man, he gonna come through for you. He gonna come through for you. I pray you. He gonna come through for you, man. He gonna come through for you. Be encouraged. You hear me? Be encouraged. Boy, Abraham probably was chilling. He was like, whoa, Chalo. Oh, Chalo. You feel me? When I get that feeling. I know they probably, man, they probably were doing the African dance and everything. You understand me? But yeah, man. And when Jesus do come through for you, bro, it's gonna be wonderful. I know I'm ready. Man, listen, let me tell y'all something, man. Y'all know me, I'm hush. For the Lord, man, he spoke to me, man. And he spoke to me. He was like, Mac, look, about 6 months ago, someone told me, said, Mac, your blessing is gonna come through obedience. They called me and told me that. They said, your blessing gonna come through obedience. I was laying some tile, matter of fact. I was like, okay. I said, I'm gonna obey God. I want that to happen. But I ain't know it's gonna be the trials. And it's always trials. We know that. But I'm telling you, don't let Satan snatch the promise of God from you. The reason why Satan ain't gonna snatch what God got for you, yeah, that's me. I said Nostalgia Acres, yeah, thank you. That's my future farm, Nostalgia Acres, LLC. So I can't wait to get that going. But he ain't gonna be able to take it. And then there's another thing. The reason why Satan ain't gonna be able to take nothing from you, because you obedient. When you obedient to Jesus, it makes it hard for the enemy to snatch anything from you. And that's one of the reasons why faith in the Lord is so important, because it makes it hard. It makes it hard for Satan to try to trick you, because you've been 24/7, 365, 12 months, 52 weeks, been listening to God every day. That's why you gonna pass it, because you've been listening to one voice, the Lord, and you've been having this other voice trying to come in. You recognize God, and that's why he can't take it from you, because you've been chilling with Jesus. You've been chilling with the Lord. He ain't gonna take nothing from you, man. He can't. You know Jesus' voice. You know Satan's voice. That's why if you just got started and you don't know the God and you don't know the Lord's voice, that's why a lot of people are like, I don't know his voice, because you ain't been chilling with him enough. You ain't got a relationship with him enough. You ain't heard that still small voice when you down. You ain't heard that yet. You got to get to knowing that. You feel me? When you get to knowing it, then you be like, okay, I've been here before. I bet you ain't doing this again. So God is about to bless me, man. God about to bless me so mightily. I know it in my spirit. I know it so much, and God about to bless other people. But I know as for me, I know it, bro. Like, I know I'm supposed to be the head. The Lord gave me a dream, brother. I was the head of my family. Bro, I'm tough, bro. I'm telling you, I'm a tough joker, bro. God done got me like this. And man, when God do this with me, bro, man, I'm gonna show all y'all, man. I'm gonna show all y'all the blessing. Not to like throw nobody face, but to be like, look what Jesus did. Man, because for so long, you know, like throughout the years, my daddy used to say slick stuff. It just been so much, but I'm glad I'm here. And I feel like Miss Seeley when she was at that table, God dog it, at the end of Color Purple, well, almost at the end of Color Purple, and she finally had got strong. You feel me? And so man, I'm telling you, I'm and the thing what made that person call me to say your obedience, your blessing gonna come through obedience. God spoke to me, and I know it's dealing with crypto. I know it is. It's just for me. He said, something gonna happen with you. If you listen to me, he said, if you listen to me, it's gonna bless you. When you receive what you're supposed to receive, you put it where I tell you put. I was on my bed, and he said, you put it where I tell you, it's gonna bless you greatly. And I had a dream that night, and I was either woke or in a dream. I don't remember. But then I spoke, and I said, God, which crypto do you want me when this happened? And he spoke to me. The reason why I am not allowed to say it because God told me. He didn't give me the okay to tell everybody else. I'm just letting you know that whoever else is in a position that your blessing in front of you, you need to, because some people are on the same level. Some people are in the same season and some people not. Some people are walking into a blessing. Some people ain't. Some people walking into a valley. Some people ain't. It's just what it is. So this message pertains to whoever is in this position right now. That's what it's for. It don't necessarily have to be crypto like me. It can be whatever it is. Spiritual growth, visions of seeing heaven. God may want to show you heaven. God may want to, he ain't no telling. The reason why you are not just someone that's to work and die. That is not. Now, God called people to be teachers and work at Wendy's. Everybody do stuff differently. So I'm not saying everybody gonna be your Billy Graham, but for your life, whatever it is in your life, get what you're supposed to get for your life. Get what you're supposed to get for yours. Look, I know. See, God ain't put me in crypto to just talk about it. He put me in there because he was going to bless me and prosper me in it. He didn't just put it in there so I can put out stuff. At first I thought I was just putting out videos talking about, he was like, no, Mac, not just you letting people know about stuff. I want you to learn it. I want you to learn it too. Now you helping those on the way. So it's like I'm here now and I'm ready. You be ready. The Lord will tell you to do something and you might not agree, but I promise you, if you obey Jesus, it's all about obedience. If you obey Jesus, it's going to be scary for you. Whoever this is for, it's going to be scary for you. But I promise you, if you hear a word from God and it don't seem like it's logical, it don't seem like it's going to make sense, but that's what he gonna do. The reason why it don't look like he makes sense, because he making room for you. See, to everybody else, it don't make sense either. So they all scared out the way like, nah, I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that. And then he like, okay, everybody out the way now. Now what you gonna do, Mac? See, that's what he telling me. When everybody get out the way and I tell you to do this, what you gonna do? Say, if this is what you want me to do, I'm gonna do it. Man. I know folks who need stuff. I know folks, us Christians, bro, we go through the most. But I tell you, Jesus is not to be mocked. And so, when we say Jesus, God is not to be mocked, it ain't necessarily just saying talking about God. But, it's a mockery for you to believe in God and trust in God, and God and not do nothing for you, and you've been believing him. That's a mockery. It's like shame on God's own face. Because it's like, how is he God and he made a promise, if you trust and believe on me, I'm going to come through, but he never do. And God ain't going to be mocked. He ain't gonna, because Satan can be like, oh, you made it promise, you ain't even do it. God ain't going to be mocked by man or no demon. God ain't going to be mocked by no devil. Because Satan watching me, he watching you. God gonna come through, because if he don't come through, he's a liar. You feel me? And especially if you've been believing in God and trusting in God, how is it? It's impossible for him to not come through. That's the thing. It may took a while, and we be wanting to quit. Sure, I be wanting to quit. You think I want to get on here every day and be talking about struggling and stuff? But I know other folk be struggling. You feel me? Try to encourage y'all. And that's why I can relate. I ain't sitting on here on the outside looking in. Shoot, I'm in there with y'all. What the freak? What y'all eating on? Got some chitlins. You feel me? I'm with y'all, bro. Man, you know I ain't even lie. I was watching that video of them dudes eating that monkey intestine. Man, I called my mom. I said, Mom, I want some chitlins. I said, I swear I do. I said, man, I'm sitting here watching these jokers eating monkey intestines. I said, it look nasty, but it's starting to look good. She said, I make you something you buy. I said, right on. My mama cooked some doggone chitlins. Boy, I tell you the truth. My mama cooked some chitlins. Man, my mama cooked them doggone chitlins. Man, my mama cooked some doggone pig ankles, what they call them, ham hock. My mama cooked some ham hock. Good, I promise, like you tasting oxtail, boy. Man, and I said, should I put that part of the menu? You know? She like, yeah, you ought to try it. Man, my mama eat them, man. She cooked them ham hock, and you could just, man, the meat just fall off. I said, mama, hoo. But anyway, I'm falling off track. But yeah, man. God love you. I hope y'all been encouraged by that. He gonna come through, man. He gonna come through. Man, I ain't one of those people that be speaking. God, listen, you look at my life. Remember this. And when God do his thing, I'm gonna show y'all, because it ain't gonna be right for me to show the bad part and not show the blessing of God. Man, wait till I get in my house. Wait till I get a move up out of Jackson. Wait till I get my truck fixed how I want to. Wait till I get my land like I supposed to. Wait till I do all that. I'm gonna show the world. I'm gonna show folks, like, I'm gonna show. You know, I was up there at my grandma's house the other day. I was up there, went to shoot my shotgun, right? So I jumped out. My uncle was up there. I said, you got some bullets? He said, nah. Now look here. My grandma asked me to come up there to put up some lights, like some Christmas lights, right? But I was like, Grandmama, I don't even know I can do it. You know, I'm watching Price Shocker. I don't know I got the gas. I told Dad, I said, man, Dad, I don't know how. I said, because it's just been so hectic right now, you know. I'm taking Price to school every day, picking them up. I ain't got a problem with it. You know, I get Piari. You know, I put on my chest. You know, Miracle been chilling with him. I got to watch out for Shocker. So I'm like, Grandma, I would, because I want to get away from this house, but I can't. But I end up going anyway. So I helped her. Then like 2 days later, which was yesterday, went out to the country. I said, Unc, you got some bullets? He gonna say, you ought to come out here and help your grandmama. She need help. I said, I told him just like this. See, this how they talk to me. I said, I don't ought to do nothing. I said, I don't ought to do nothing. I said, I'm a grown man. I don't ought to do nothing. I said, you live right down the road? I said, I live in Jackson. It don't matter. I said, you live right down the road? Your other nephew really right there, your son right there, and you want to talk about what I ought to do? I said, ain't she your mama? He said, yeah, mama. If I had a grandmama, I'd do it. I said, oh, you ain't got a grandmama. That's your mama. Do it for your mama. I said, I help grandma all the time. See, that's how they talk. That's how they talk to you when they ain't got no respect for you. That's how they talk to you when you ain't got no respect for you. Talking about what I ought to do. I told them I don't ought to do nothing. I said, I ain't got to do nothing. What you talking about? Sure. You know, doggone it, I ought to do this. Anytime my grandma needs something, I go up there to my grandma all the time. Grandma, you need me to do something? I do it. I laid my grandma flows in her dining room for free. She bought all the tile. I got finished. She tried to pay me. I said, Grandma, don't worry about it. I did that. I did the shoe molding. It was something else I do. I do stuff for my grandma all the time, doggone it. But see, when folks don't have respect for that, how they talk to. But see, God gonna make me the head. You heard me? He gonna make me the head of my whole family, all of them, and I'm gonna enslave them just like Joseph did his brothers. I ain't gonna do that. But the same way, that's how they talk to me, cause they ain't got no respect for me. Because you know why? I'm a peculiar fella. I don't play that crap. I remember my granddad used to try to whoop me. I used to be like, man, you ain't my daddy. Why he beating a dog out of me? He still did it. But you feel me? But I don't take that. You got I don't take no lip. Like, I'm stronger than that. You feel me? I don't play no game. Man, like my horse keep getting out the pen. I don't know what my horse at now. They keep on letting my horse get out the gate. Then calling me. My little cousin gonna call me last week and say, this how they treat me. Your horse out. I like, you need to come get him. I'm gonna shoot him. I said, shoot my horse. All them cows in that field, I bet you all of them end up dead. Lord, I'm sorry. See, but they be bringing this out of me, dog. I don't try to be like this. They always talking about what they gonna do to my stuff because I ain't got nothing yet. But I'm gonna be the one in the family. They gonna have all the land, and you gonna be the same way. You gonna be the same way. They gonna look when God start blessing you. They gonna wanna, oh hey cousin Mac. Nah, I ain't your cousin. Don't talk to me. Go shoot the horse. Go shoot the horse like you said you gonna do. And he my little cousin. See, they try to belittle me. That's what they try to do. They try to belittle me. They all got land. They all got cows. They got houses. Mac ain't got no land. Mac ain't got no, I ain't got nowhere to put my horse. I put it in my grandma's house. That's how my family is towards me. If you ain't got nothing, that's how they is. But all that's gonna change. All that's gonna change. And you feel me? Your heart may have been broken, but all that's gonna change. My heart may have been broken. I may have been disrespected. You may have been disrespected. All that's gonna change. All of that is going to change. That's gonna change for me, and they're gonna change for you. I'm telling you. See, when you go through stuff like that and people always bothering you, and you the one that always trying to remain peaceful, when you the one always trying to remain peaceful, see, God always use the one who try to keep the peace. And see, I always try to keep the peace with my family, but they always want to try me. They always want to try me. You feel me? They always want to try me. You feel me? And just like a couple months ago, my cousin cussed me out like a dog. I had to jump out the truck. Doggone hand still hurt. That's what they do. But just like they did with Joseph, they threw Joseph in a doggone hole. Man, you gonna be great, bro. I'm gonna be great. I'm a rich man. I'm a rich man. That's why I look the way I look. I act like this because I rise above my problems because I am more than a conqueror. You feel me? I own stuff. What's more than a conqueror? Y'all heard me say this? A person that already got ownership. I don't have to conquer stuff that belong to me. All that land they got around there, that's gonna be my land, you feel me? That's gonna be my land plus more. All that. That's my stuff. All that gonna be mine. You feel me? All that gonna be mine. Now let me run in here. I hope y'all got blessed by that. I got on here because God had spoke to me while I was driving because I wasn't feeling quite good, man. I wasn't really feeling good, so I hope y'all encouraged. Y'all encouraged. Y'all ready to go? Y'all want to man, I gotta go in the grocery store. What y'all want to do? And in Jesus' name, you be blessed by that video. Amen. What y'all want to do? Talk to me. I need some doggone Vaseline. Doggone lip look like the bottom of a hoof. The worst enemy would be y'all want to stay for a little bit? There gotta be more than one person because the rest of them may want to leave, Joseph. It don't make me no never mind. Y'all just want me to let y'all go. I'm gonna let y'all go, man. Yeah. Appreciate y'all for chilling with me. I would take y'all with me, man, but man, I got too much stuff to do. Y'all ain't gonna watch me. Y'all just be using me and abusing me. Why? Man, folks in the doggone parking lot looking at me like I'm on something. Hey, how you doing? Yo, some of y'all back. Ain't nobody backing you up. They don't want me to stay. Oh, the baby doing fine. Every day, her face starting to fill out. I be kissing her. And I read something today. They say every time you kiss a baby girl, what they say, something happens in the brain. It releases something in the brain that lets you know she's protected and covered and whatnot. I be kissing that little baby breath, put my nose all in her mouth, smell her breath. I be like, and them boys be jumping on me. I grab them by the head and say, get away from me, you illegitimate. You feel me? But, yeah, that's my daughter. Beauty. Hair getting, a lot of hair. Hair started curl up. Her face started coming too. And I was just looking at every time when she cry, I pick her up. She go, ah! Sometimes, like A lot of times she can be crying. When I pick her up and just like put her hand in my head and I got her at the bottom, she'll drop her arms and just sleep in my hand like that. I'm like, why she? I said she done this about the fifth, fourth, sixth time I pick up, you know. So yeah, man, she good, man. My little daughter, she doing Melody James, man. MJ, you feel me? Melody James Piari, last name Smith, feel me? You know, yeah, she the one, she the truth. Hey y'all, how y'all doing, y'all? Yeah. So yeah, we doing the thing, man. All right, man. I gotta get my uncle. My uncle in the hospital. He had a little mini stroke. Man, look, it been a hectic week. Before I let y'all go, I had a good friend that died Saturday. Um, um, his name was Jay Reeves. He was a white guy. I went to church with him. Always clean, always clean. I call him Mr. J. I've been knowing him about 5, 6, probably 10 years, and you know, I go to their house because they have a garden back there. I get figs and I get muscadines and I get what's them thing called? Pears, all kind of stuff. And I go over there and man, he just died, man. He died, and I was strolling on Facebook, man. I didn't even know. I went by his house. And he came to the door. I knew he was sick, but he had a whole bunch of hair on his head, and then I said, "Hey," he said, "Hey," he said, "How you doing?" Yeah. And but I went by there 2 weeks ago. I knocked on the door, didn't nobody come to the door, and I was scrolling on Facebook, and I saw this obituary, and it said Jay Reeves, and I said, "Jay Reeves, that name sound familiar." And my homie done died. I said, "Man, I mean, you know, I know that's not my brother or sister or like close family member, but." When you have a relationship with somebody, it still hurts the same. You feel me? It still hurts the same. And all I did was say, no, no. I ain't know he was dead, man. It was sad, bro. It was sad. But I talked to his wife, Miss Sandy. I talked to his wife, and she doing okay. And I'm going to go by there tomorrow. And he was a clean fella. She said, you ought to come by here and get some of these clothes. I said, man, I can't wear that man clothes. I said, I'm taller than him. I'm 6 feet. And he said, and he was clean, brother. I mean, that man stayed clean. I said, I wear size 13 too. She said, there's some 13s over here. Like he wore like Stacey Adams and stuff. You know, she said, there's some 13s over here. I said, all right, I be there Friday today. Don't tell nobody else, you know. And I said, now listen, you the only white woman I speak to. She's And so yeah, I'm gonna go over there Saturday. Yeah, cause he had some. I ain't gonna lie. I mean, he had some Stacey Adams. God bless him. So yeah, she said, come get him. I ain't know he was size 13, but I'm gonna find out tomorrow. Cause that joker. I mean, I love you, Jay. God bless you. You feel me? Man, that man was a clean fella. That joker had he had a man just clean man. I mean jackets. And all that. So I'm gonna go by there tomorrow, you feel me? And I'm gonna go, yeah. Anyway, man, so I'm gonna let y'all go. God bless y'all. Miss Mac, I had to grow into not letting people walk over me and tell me or just say anything truly had me feeling like I wasn't enough. I'm like you. I'm not rude, but firm on what yeah, I'm like that too. Yeah, I'm firm now. I had to learn that too. It ain't about being rude to nobody, but it's like, I ain't got to take your advice. Like I got a cousin, man. He feel like everything he got to say, I have to listen to him. Man, I don't have to listen to what you got to say. You know, I don't have to. That's what they do to you when they don't have respect for you. They feel like you don't know enough, so they got to tell you what to do. You ain't got to tell me nothing. I told him to his face. I said, I don't have to take your advice. So before I go, I'm gonna tell you what happened. Then I'm gonna go. I promise. So I bought a new battery for my truck, right? I was gonna take my truck, got 2 batteries in it. And he was like, just take them. But a mechanic came and said, only one of your batteries is good, the other one ain't good. So the one that ain't good, I said, we're gonna take that to get it charged, right? He gonna say, just take both of them. I said, I don't wanna take both of them. He gonna say, man, you hard here, you don't live. I said, boy, let me tell you something. I don't wanna take them because I don't want to. The other battery can be dead. I don't want to listen to you. Do you feel me? I said, I don't want to listen to you. No, I'm gonna do what I want to do. And if it need charging, I got it. But I don't tell me what to do. I don't care if I'm wrong. I ain't doing it. Anyway, I gotta go. Hey, I love y'all, man. It's MACPRAYZE, brother. God bless all of y'all. And may y'all live a long, happy life. May all of y'all live to be 120 years old. Now, that's a long time, but all your friends may be dead by then. So I don't know you want to live that long. But God bless you.